Hi everyone. As Jim shared, this is a way that we've chosen to introduce ourselves for the courses that we've taught together, and it's really an introduction through pictures. When people ask where I'm from, it's always a complicated answer because I'm really from all over the place. All of my family is currently in Alabama, including my parents, but I was actually born in Florida, then we moved to Georgia, and then I spent most of my formative years in Wisconsin, and then after doing ACE and bouncing around for a little bit, we were in Illinois for 5 years, and now I'm back here in Indiana. But I chose this picture here with my grandfather on his boat in Alabama of me fishing because I'm really a Southern girl at heart and stay close to those Southern roots. Here's a picture of me in first grade with my Math Superstars t-shirt on because I was a nerd then and continue to be one now. But I was also a high school athlete. I'm pointing out my triple jump school record that I held for 1 year, but I also was a gymnast and a tennis player in high school. I attended Miami University for undergrad and started as an education major, but decided that was too specific, which was the beginning of me ignoring my call to be a teacher. And then I dabbled in speech pathology for a minute, but I ultimately settled with psychology and nutrition, which I love and ended up being a great background for teaching. After college, I decided to do the ACE program, which was the best decision of my life, and here are my sweet, wonderful parents on move-in day for my first ACE summer. I was sent to Jackson, Mississippi to teach third grade, and here is my class. I think this was right before Mass that we led one day, but anyway, this is where my love for serving exceptional students really began. And here are a few of my roommates. We were the Jackson Five. Throughout ACE, part of the reason I survived was through running, and luckily a couple of my roommates also ran, and together we trained for the ACE marathon that was hosted each year to benefit one of the ACE schools. And at the second marathon in Austin, I ended up qualifying for Boston by 3 seconds and ran that in 2010, which was an awesome experience. After completing ACE, I moved to Chicago to teach kindergarten for a few years. In there, I went back to Notre Dame to enroll in the Teaching Exceptional Children program, ultimately to be certified for teaching children with mild to moderate disabilities. In there, my husband, who I met in ACE, Tim, proposed at the grotto, actually, and here's a picture of us at our engagement. Of course, he's wearing an ACE t-shirt, and we got married in Wisconsin in 2011. Then after a few more years of kindergarten, I moved into the role of Director of Learning Services and Student Support, which was actually a little bit more of an administrative role, but I still continued to serve students K through 8 in small groups with targeted instruction and also some push-in services in the classroom. But in this role, I worked with Chicago Public Schools, one of the largest districts in the country, as an advocate for our students and families to help them get services, get their IEPs, so that we could finally tap into our IDEA funds, our proportionate share of money, so that we could have our students get their services at our school. I was at St. Clement in Chicago, and here's a picture of it. And really, I chose this picture because it shows our playground, which was on the roof. I also have two sweet children, James, who was born in Chicago, who's 2.5 now, and June, who was born last year on Thanksgiving Day. I was blessed because she was able to join us on retreat last year. She was only a few weeks old, but this year I will be solo. And here's a picture of James kissing June, which I wish it was always like that. And he does adore her, but sometimes it's not always that peaceful. Currently, I am working for ACE, but I also continue to teach here for this course with Jim. And then in the summer, I help teach the Teaching Diverse Learners course for the ACE Teaching Fellows class. But I feel fortunate because this is what I'm really passionate about, helping to include all types of learners in our Catholic schools.